Apparently, there's 2 mystery players out. We don't know. There's 2 doubts for the game tonight against West Ham. Some reports are saying one of them is Bruno, and he's never injured. So that's very unlucky, but that's not confirmed. The other one, we have no idea. And the manager didn't want to confirm who the doubts were because essentially it's going to change the way we play. He doesn't want to give up the game plan, which leads me to think, just my humble opinion, that is significant, guys. Maybe a Bruno, maybe in Bruno. What? Senny Lummons? Is it the goalkeeper? Who is it? Who is it? It's like guesswork. It's like guess who, bro. We need to know. What are we walking into at Old Trafford? Because the results have gone our way. And we can't fumble this. For all what we were arguing about, me and KG and other people, Xerxes got to start, bring Cunha back in, drop Mount. Now you can't drop Mount. You can't. We might be forced. Maybe it's Mount that's injured and he's had a stormer. Maybe it's Xerxes got a knock. I don't know. But who are the mystery players? Who is out? What is going to happen tonight? All I know is that, shout out lead judges, no excuses. We got to get the job done tonight. Whoever's injured, I don't care. Smash a like on the video, people. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Welcome back to United View. It is match day, okay? It's the last game of the match week, okay? We've seen some drama. Okay? Sorry, this round, like this game week, whatever game week it is, it's the last game of that. We've seen drama. Shout out Van Dijk. Shout out Aura defending. Shout out back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Again, yeah? Shout him out. And shout out those frauds Chelsea and shout out Matheus. You fraud. You lot tune in later today at 12:30 in DR because I'm trying to apply pressure to this guy and they're all falling for it. Oh no, I'll talk in January. I'll talk this, I'll talk. You will talk now. So that's a side note, but we must go and do our jobs tonight to capitalize on all of this, which is more important.
Yes, well, like you said, if last night was an indication that anything could happen, there you go. Anything can and will happen in the Premier League. But you asked the question, Flex, who is it? Who is it? Who are they? Who are the mystery people that are possibly injured? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? But I ask Flex, what is it? And what it is Optimum. Yes, roll VT.
Today's video is sponsored by our friends at Oxford Natural and their all-new natural supplement, Optimum Day and Night. Thousands across the UK, USA and beyond are smashing their health goals with Oxford Natural. Optimum Day gives you steady energy, curbs your cravings and keeps your metabolism firing all day. Optimum Night helps you relax, get restorative sleep, recover and keep burning fat while you rest. It's not a magic pill, but it will help you reach your health goals. Check out some of the incredible results. 2 of our own. OWEN lost over 100 pounds in 10 months and KG dropped 30 pounds in 4 months. In 8 months, football legend Michael Owen lost 35 pounds and Robbie from AFTV, Don Robbie, lost over 80 pounds. And in 6 months, Anita, an award-winning immigration lawyer, lost 44 pounds. And Linda, a law firm executive, lost over 50 pounds. No gimmicks, no needles, just results. Oxford Natural, let's get to work.
Just results, just like Manchester United this evening, yeah? Just results. You can scan that QR code right there. You can subscribe. You can save up to 70% off if you use the code UV. The QR code, the link in the video description, it's pinned in the chat as well. Takes you to the landing page where you can find out all the information. The information is also in the video description below. You can get your Optimum Day, which is good for your weight loss goals, right there. We're showing you ingredients. Yes, we're transparent here. Speaking of transparency, you can get your Optimum Night, which is very transparent on that green screen. Yes, which is good for your restorative sleep. It's a brand new and improved formula you can get optimized today. Yes, Flex, it is match day. I'm feeling energetic. I'm feeling ready. We've seen everyone else play. This has happened to us a lot recently, hasn't it? We're watching everyone else play. We're always last because we're the real main event, right? That's Manchester United. We are the main event, but we could be missing some players. We were treated to a press conference by Ruben Amorim yesterday, and it was very vague, Flex. It was quite mysterious. Like you said, it's like a game of guess who. Ruben Amorim said this on some injury news. He said, we have 2 doubts for the game. It will change the way we're going to approach it. Let's see if they can play. The rest of the squad is good. Matheus, that being Matheus Cunha, is back. Harry Maguire and Benjamin Šeško are still out. Šeško, though, should have carried on. With this is when it gets really interesting, because whenever a manager says, a couple of players or two doubts for the game, naturally the rumor mill goes into overdrive. And we were chatting about this yesterday, going, well, we'll cover this in the morning, but it will leak out. It will leak out.
We literally said it.
This is Manchester United we're talking about. And interestingly, it kind of hasn't really, because there's a bit of guesswork involved here from Rob Dawson from ESPN, which was noticeable at the end of the Palace game. So Rob Dawson from ESPN said, Bruno Fernandes is nursing a knock. He looked to be in discomfort towards the end of the 2-1 victory over Crystal Palace. He could be one of the two players that Ruben Amorim said are injury doubts for the West Ham game. Now, don't know specifically what the injury, if it is Bruno, could be. It looked to be like he was holding his hamstring at the end of that Palace game. He did the thing where he did a bit of an air shot, and where he's sliced it or missed it, and then afterwards, last few minutes of the game, he was holding his hamstring. I'll get a screen grab in just a second. So it could be Bruno because he was limping, but at the same time, this is Bruno Fernandes. We have seen him in full-on leg braces, walking boots, feet up on the sofa with those things around his legs, going, there's no way he's going to play. And then he leads the team out, 24 hours later. So don't put it past Bruno. The other one, I mean, it really is anyone's guess. We don't know what happens in training. Like you said earlier on, your mind doesn't want to go to the sort of obvious people, is it? Like your Luke Shaws or your Mason Mounts or anything like that. And then also some people in the chat are saying Xerxes. I don't know if that's a legitimate thing or what have you. But if it was, say, a Joshua Xerxes, you'd be pretty devastated for him, wouldn't you? Gets into the team because of injury, scores a goal, was a catalyst in the sort of turnaround against Palace, and then he gets injured. God, that'd be awful luck, awful timing. So it's kind of anyone's guess. It's anyone's guess.
Yeah, it's anyone's game. And I think, obviously, when you're trying to work it out and play Cluedo, you have to over-analyze what the manager says, every word, because you're trying to work it out like a bit of a riddle. So when he's because it will change our approach, you start going, okay, so that gives us a clue. Who, if they were out, would change our approach? If Dalot was injured, that wouldn't change our approach. He'd just play Dorgu. If Lenny Yoro, even though what happened to him, because he, we'll talk about that in a bit, he's struggling, but if he was carrying a knock, it wouldn't change our approach. If Casemiro was injured, it wouldn't change our approach to the game. I don't think it would change our approach. We just have to play Ugarte or Kobe. He wouldn't do anything. But if Bruno is injured, creatively, that matters. If Mason Mount is injured when we don't have that many 10s, that if there's no striker and Xerxes is the only one, and Cunha, that changes the approach. So he said Cunha's back, so we know it's not him. So if the keeper's injured, would it change our approach? You tell
if Ahmad was injured.
If Ahmad was injured, it would change our approach. If Mbeumo was injured, it would change our approach. So TK says Cass would, though. I don't think it would. You just have to put someone in there. How do you play with Casemiro versus if he wasn't playing?
You'd have to put just someone in there for anyone. We said, he's not going to change the layout of the system in that regard. But Casemiro
would just maybe give us, aerially, he could score from, but he hasn't been playing. It's not you know what I mean? But then the drop off from Casemiro is scary as well. Ugarte hasn't played in ages. I can't even remember the last time. I think the last time he played was Spurs.
Well, is this also because, like he said, Ruben says they're doubts, which would imply some point today they might have a bit of a fitness test. They might make it, they might not. We might have a situation where the starting 11 comes out and there's no real difference. And we go, what were those injury doubts? And they go, they both made it. They both made it.
Come off early because they're managing them, or
Yeah, so
maybe if it's Luke Shaw, it might change what you do, because you go, Martin is probably ready to start yet, but changes our approach really. Might have to play Lenny, actually, left centre back. Didn't want to do that. Do you know what I mean? It might just change stuff.
This is also when, it is true with Ruben. He does contradict himself a lot. You know what I mean? He does. You know what I mean? Of I'm not going to change, not for the Pope, and then goes, we changed some things against against Liverpool. We went more direct. So we can't keep the ball. It'll change how we approach the game. I thought you don't make changes, but at the same time, you change every game you approach the game depending on the opponent. So, you know what I mean? I guess it's always going to be like a bit of a change, but I think, considering how instrumental he is, that it would imply that one of them probably is Bruno, wouldn't it? And it would make sense, considering, like I said, at the end of the Palace game, he was doing that, because he had the bit of the slice, and we were sort of saying at the time, going, "Oh, Bruno, that's what's going on there,
when he
Bruno."
took the mad shot and he fell over a bit and he missed it. Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
maybe
he is. And then I tell you, we're going down this hypothetical. Is it if it's Bruno route? Yeah. This is when, look, you would think Cobby would come in, wouldn't you? You would think Cobby would come in.
You would think.
And yeah, that's when you get into territory of how broken does he look? How broken's Cobby looking? If it is Bruno and he doesn't get in, but maybe that is where the approach would change, because as we've said before, they're not like for like players. They are two different players completely. So maybe that would change how you play, because suddenly
they can't do the same things.
Different roles maybe. So that would make a bit more sense, I suppose. But then at the same time, let's say it was Cobby, and Cobby plays, well, right? It's not like the Xerxes one, whereby you go, look, if Xerxes scores goals, plays well, he can get a spot in that team. If Cobby plays well, but Bruno's available for Wolves on Monday, Bruno's playing. Cobby will come out.
Cobby could score a hat trick. Cobby could score a hat trick tonight if he started, and he wouldn't start against Wolves.
Well, I don't know about that. If he scored a hat trick, I think he might. I think he'd be involved.
What you think? You think he'd change his thing and go right? I'll play Bruno. I'll play Bruno and Cobby. Then I'll drop out Cobby because Cobby
would get on. Cobby would get on that pitch. You don't drop a player that scores a hat trick
in the 10.
Particularly
all right, but say he just played really well then. Like you said, didn't score, but just done his job. Create, maybe got an assist. Like you said, it don't matter. He'd just be.
Yeah.
He ain't playing. So it does have that feel that it's Bruno. Listen, one thing I will say though, and I said it at the start. Okay, Manish says, "No, that's doing too much flex."
It was too much.
But Show says Fleck is right. It doesn't make a difference. Anyway, you get my drift. You get my drift with that. Like, one thing I did say, I don't care who's missing, bro. You lot do not fuck this up. I swear to God. Like, I'm not on this like, yeah, but you got to take it. Bruno was missing, and there was no Bruno, so it's tough. Yeah. I don't want to hear shit, mate. Like, results have gone our way. You got Spurs and Newcastle that's drawn. That's great. Liverpool dropped more points. Brighton and Villa were playing each other. Something had to give. These are all teams we want to catch. Chelsea have lost clean. Yeah. So if we want to start, making a claim, or there's keeping pace, but we can't just have the participation award. We do have to have expectation of don't get me wrong. If you lose, you have to find some things of still in it. We're still where we are. The other teams lost, so it's like what happened when we lost against Everton. When we're looking at the glass half full, everybody else lost. So you're like, oh, all right, cool, we go again. But it has to be a point where you start moving away from that.
I was just about to say that. This is why, with what's happened on Tuesday and Wednesday, this is why. And again, I know I said at the time, people don't want to hear this after the Everton game, but it is only one game. You know what I mean? You look at the table and go, how badly has it as badly as it hurt us? How badly has it impacted us? Our season isn't over because of that loss against Everton. And then you look how the games have played out now. We won against Palace, but we weren't expected to. We look at these teams in and around us that have now dropped points in these games, and we go, actually, if we win tonight, we are in a good space again, aren't we? We are in a good space. So that is also when you sort of go, it's another reminder for me. It's another reminder of not getting too high, not getting too low, taking it game by game by game, and not getting too carried away, which again is so difficult to do, particularly when you see performances and results like the Everton game. But it's true. It's true. That's why after those bad defeats, you sort of have to go, yeah, it's bad, but has it ended our season? No.
Yeah, is it catastrophic? No.
Yeah, it hasn't ended our season. And then you go and win against Palace. You see these other teams drop points. You go, actually, it wasn't. It wasn't the end of the world. It's not to say that it's justifiable or it's acceptable. And yes, you can do like it says here, you know, the whole, oh, if we did this, but we can't do anything about it now. It's happened.
They're gone. But that's
what can we affect? What can we do? We can only affect and, you know, and achieve what's in front of us. And actually, we're still in an all right place. And that is also why when things do go bad and you do get the calls from of going, Ineos, just get rid of Ruben Amorim again, they're not going to, because they are taking this a bit more of a step back and going, actually, things are still all right, you know. They're still okay. They're not that
and all
bad.
them things that the guy someone just said there about, you know, we could have gone joint third and stuff like that. 100%. If we would have flipping, you know, not conceded the stupid goal against 2 goals against Forest, or, you know, when we were in a winning position in both of those games, Spurs and Forest, see that out. It's an extra 4 points. Like, I get that. But
how far do you go with that? You know what I mean?
100%. If
we'd have won every game, we'd be top of the league, mate.
You just say it with anything. but there does need to be, though, because that's what I'm saying about the participation award and like happy to be there thing. We can't just be like, oh, well, you know, if we lose or draw tonight, well, listen, you know, I know you're for. I know. Yeah. No, I mean the other way as well, though, of like, before the game, just being like, oh, you know, even if we did mess up, it's still all right. No, fuck that. Like,
no,
because I get it. It ain't over. Like, if it was awful tonight and we lost, it would be horrendous feeling. But again, in the grand scheme of everything, it would be as you were, because a lot of other teams lost or dropped points. But there does need to be a point. We need to be like, nah, we can't. Yeah, you could do it a couple of game weeks, but you can't keep doing it at home to teams you should be beating. You can't when everyone else lost or dropped points. Like, you got to get on it, fix up, and go. Like, don't want to hear because 2 players were out, it was more difficult because of this. West Ham are shit. Let's just say it as it is. They're worse than Everton. There's no Paquetá. They're not on a good run. They got that draw against flipping Bournemouth, and then they beat Newcastle in an uncharacteristic game. But other than that, have they really got going under Nuno? No, they haven't.
No.
Don't get it twisted. Same with Wolves coming up as well. I don't want to look too far ahead, but they lost again. Like, we can't dress these things up like, but here's a banana skin going to Wolves, you know, and one there. No, you got to go and do it. You got to go.
That is what I was just about to say. You know, you look at your next 2 games, both in the bottom 3. You know, West Ham and Wolves. You got to be winning those games. But that is, I think, because of the last season, because of 15th and whatever, we're so scarred. Then when these negative results do happen, or these negative performances do happen, we're like, oh, this is going to be last season all over again. But this Premier League season, it feels so unique because, you know, look who's Aston Villa in 3rd place now. A couple of weeks ago, they were like bottom half, you know, or you look at
winning 5.
You're looking at like Newcastle, everyone likes to point to, you know, over the last year, go look at Eddie Howe Newcastle. They're like 12th, you know, in the league. You look at last night, Chelsea, brilliant form, just smash Barcelona, world champions, this, that, and the other. They go to Leeds, who were in the bottom 3, and they get pumped 3-1. Like this isn't what people want to hear, but anything legitimately can happen. And this league this season is incredibly tight. We're 9th. We win tonight, which we should do. We're up into 5th, you know, and it's like, and some of the teams above us, and you look at the teams, look at some of the teams above us this season. You know, Brighton, we've beat them. Sunderland, we've beat them. Crystal Palace, we've beat them. Chelsea, we've beat them. You know, Liverpool, we've beat them. Like those, 5 of those teams above us, we've beat them all this season. So this is going to be a weird up and down season, and that's not to excuse like if we were to lose tonight, go no, it's fine, because you've got to beat West Ham at home if you're going to aim to qualify for the Champions League or European football. You've got to beat those kind of teams. But when there are those games like Everton or like Brentford away, it's almost like you kind of do have to go, they're just going to happen. They're going to happen. Then you do have to then just look at the league table and go, right, if we win the next game, are we all right? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And then
because you can look a bit ahead.
Then
you go,
right.
oh, we beat West Ham. Then you go, tell you what, then Arsenal got Villa. When we play Wolves. You know, Liverpool got to go to Leeds. Look what Leeds just did. Like, you start trying to work out all these things. And like you said, that's why you just have to go game by game. Just make sure you do your effing job.
Exactly.
Job. I mean, Bournemouth for home. I tell you what, Bournemouth are on a terrible run.
Yeah, and exactly. Once again,
1 in 5.
This is when it gets into so you're saying, or this when it gets into you say something and people hear something else. This isn't to say we lose against West Ham tonight and I'm sitting there going, that's fine, Flex, no worries, no. Of course you have to take advantage, but what the point is that if we do lose a game, and we're not very good at this, but our season isn't over. Our season isn't done and over. But eventually, of course, you do have to take advantage of it. And tonight, Manchester United need to take advantage of it. Because if we find ourselves in a position where we're like 9th or 10th after tonight's game, you'd be like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, because you messed it up. Just quickly, big up to Minna. She says, morning, I'll hit the likes. I want to big up to Minna on her award as well. She's just collecting. She won an award at the Muslim the Muslim Women Awards as well. And she won it for the category in media as well. And it's no surprise. Like, this is El Official Premier League Uncut. The most official you can get. None of this YouTube crap. None of this content creator crap. Yeah. Official Premier League, mate. Yeah. That's what Minna is. Big time. She changed her number, so I couldn't message her. She's like on WhatsApp, can't get hold of her anymore.
It's actually.
No, I'm joking. I was
going to say.
No, I'm just saying, like, because she's got two big time for us, like, she's changed.
All right. Whenever I try and get through to her, I have to go through her agent. You know what I mean? I have to go through the agent.
It's all that sort of stuff.
Go through Team Minna, you have to go through that. Yeah.
Exactly. But big up, sis, man. We're really proud of you. Everyone here in the community is proud of you. And we want to see you keep winning, man. So keep it up. Like, this is just the beginning. You're just going to keep collecting. Can't hold you back. You're going to keep collecting. So big up. Queen Min. Daniel Luciano says, got top 0.1% of United viewers. Safe to say. What?
Have you seen this?
He got the top. Oh, is it telling? Oh, it's showing the people who like have
it's
just
a bit like on the socials this morning, we've got a lot of ads of people going, these are my top 5 channels this year, because they basically have got their, like, Spotify Unwrapped. It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the channels you listen
you've
to.
Been watching.
Watch the most this year. Yeah.
Daniel Luciano, original. Big up to anyone else who's got that as well. Thank you for locking in, man. We know the names and faces. We've been seeing you in the comments for years, for wherever. Aminor's another one, by the way. You hear every day. Terrence, Mac, these are all guys that we just see. Even Sanjeet there. These are guys that are so familiar. We always see you there, so we love it, man. Big up to you. Aminor says Money May's injured after his first 90 minutes. Laughed my ass off. It's not very funny.
Laugh my ass out. Remember, Flex.
Oh yeah. Is it laugh? Is it that?
Laugh.
I think it is.
No,
it's laugh
my ass off. What did you call it before? Was it laugh my ass out or laughing out my ass? It was something like this. It was.
Yeah. Pause. Terrence says Chelsea lost, Liverpool and Spurs drew. No Paquetá for West Ham. Wolves are effing lost, a lost cause. If we don't get 6 points from these 2 games, it'll be criminal. And, I saw someone else saying, you've got to temper expectations. Look what happened against Everton. Don't hype yourself up because you know what this Man United is capable of, which is true at the same time. But that's also true what Terrence is saying, though. If you want to be a serious team, you've got to be getting 6 points. He's right.
We're in this
weird
phase.
Statements are true.
We're in this weird phase of like, okay, yes, you should be beating West Ham, should be beating Wolves. But then let's say we get 6 points, then it'll be like, Flex, are we going to be pushing like really high up the table? And then it'd be like, well, let's calm down a little bit. A bad result will come. You know what I mean? We don't know. We're still uncertain because last season, 15th, from 15th to somewhere, we're like, where is the expectation? What is the expectation? I don't know. And then you see a performance like we did against Everton. You go, oh, what is my expectation? I don't know. I don't know. And the only way to I think, to offset that is just game by game. I haven't even really thought that much about Wolves.
100%. Just on that, though, I know we shouldn't look. This is a really dangerous thing to do on the day of the West Ham game, but it's just because I noticed it yesterday. Reading it said, I watched Wolves yesterday. Forest found it difficult to break them down. We play Wolves twice this month, no excuses. Because I was in a place that had like loads of screens, so I was watching a bit of everything. I was with my Forest mate as well, Max Scott. It wasn't as easy. Like they missed a sitter. Like they're a weird. Like when you
don't even think about flex.
Yeah.
Don't
All right.
even
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that far
Let's just get
ahead.
to West Ham. West Ham.
Even,
West Ham. West Ham. West
yeah,
Ham. That's true.
yeah.
That's true. We'll talk about that afterwards. As in after today's game. Max says, Cobby, you have to grab this opportunity with both hands if he has an opportunity today. If he does, we don't even know. I don't want to hear he's out of rhythm. It's what you have to do to start at Man United if he's got an opportunity. It was the same with Xerxes though when he came in and had an opportunity against Everton. There was like again, both things can be true.
It does make a difference.
You can't expect miracles, from a player who's been on the periphery for ages. They're going to need a few games or at least 90 minutes under their belt. Then you look at the next one, then look at Xerxes in the second half. But at the same time, it's true what Max says. You don't always get that luxury. You have to be ready. You have to keep yourself as ready as you can be without match rhythm. And you have to take the game and do something. It's just the demands of top level pro, big club. Even Sunday League, it's the demands of that. Managers don't play you every Sunday. And you're like, oh, that guy's always starting up front over me. When you get that opportunity, it's true. You can't moan and be like, oh, I haven't got any rhythm, man. I just feel a bit off. I need another game. You might not get another game. Both things are true.
It's difficult. So again, I already feel a bit bad for Cobby in the same way I felt bad for Xerxes starting that Everton game because me and DJ said it at the time. Every touch he does, every pass he does will be scrutinized of, you know what I mean? Going, that was a bad pass. Or that was a good pass. Oh, and the reality is it does take a bit of time. It does take a bit of rhythm. You're not match sharp. You're going to be. So,
and it does take rhythm. And other players are different than others with that. Some players could be out for ages. Like someone like Bruno, well, not out for ages. He's never out. But like, I don't think he could be out for a bit and he could, come back because he usually plays all the time. If you're used to playing all the time and then you're out for a bit, you might find it a bit easier. But if you have stop-start the whole time and you've never really got a run, that's tough. Like Xerxes
in that position as well, middle of the park. Middle of the park. That's a difficult one. Yeah.
Sanjit says, "Oh, and you sound like you're saying it's okay if we mess up because everyone else is messing up. Sooner or later, we have to take advantage, or the others will." Owen, I just want to tell you this. Your standards are on the floor. Yeah. You've got no concept of us improving and you're happy to accept garbage. Yeah. 2 wrongs don't make a right, Owen. Just because they drop points, it doesn't mean it's all right for us to. That is what you said.
Well, this is when you can't win, is it, Flex? You know what I mean? This is where you can't win. Because if you do put too much pressure on tonight, go, have to win, gotta win, and then you don't win, you're just too negative. You're just too negative. Look at this doom and gloom. There's a whole season ahead. You're doing it for clicks, doing it for views. You go, actually, guys, it's not the end of the world. Like we saw against Everton, not the end of the world. So it's okay. So it's okay for us to lose, is it? It's okay for us to lose. Yeah. Or if you win, I gotta go on. Fucking hell. I was told at the weekend celebrating. Don't celebrate that. Don't wait. You're celebrating that win against Crystal Palace. How dare you? How dare you? That's not sustainable. Where are we going to be in 3 years, 4 years' time? I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ. Oh, honestly. Man United
just
fans.
Be more careful. Just be more careful with your words, Owen.
Well, apparently, I'll sit here being mute, and then it'll be like, how petty of you.
The Webbed Fear says, Owen, you just reminded me when we couldn't beat a top 8 team in the league. This is a weird season this year. LOL.
It is, yeah. It is. It's a very weird season. Like I said, our record of people above us is actually pretty good. You know what I mean? Aminor says, big up, Queen Minna. Very proud of you. 100%. We would definitely agree with that. Okay, make sure you, man, smash a like, and girls, smash a like. It's game day, man. We've got 3 points to collect. We've got to do it. Amram talks Yoro in the presser. Yeah, this was quite interesting. He said that obviously we saw that reaction from Lenny Yoro. Mason Mount comforted him after the game as well. He was asked about that Ruben Amorim in the presser. He says, I spoke with him because he makes a mistake and struggles. He wants to do everything so well. He's growing with games and setbacks. It's not easy for a young guy. He knows it wasn't his best game. And this kind of goes back to, once again, isn't it, of that forgetting how young Lenny Yoro is, isn't it? Forgetting how young he is. I know, obviously, big transfer, big money. We steal him from Real Madrid, and he's going to be a top talent. You know what I mean? Going to be a top talent, and people like to do the whole generational Euro and what
Yeah.
have you, and the Rio Ferdinand stuff. But he's
Yeah, it's too far. Chill.
like us this season. Yeah, he's going to have his ups and his downs, isn't he? And I think what we can do as fans is try and not go too in on him if he does have a bad couple of games. I know, once again, your standards on the floor, Owen. He has to be 10 out of 10 every game. But it's going to happen. And also, this is why Ruben Amorim, I think, has done a good job with him so far. If taking him out of the team when the time's right, this game might not be the best for him. Or I think, like we've said before, if Harry Maguire was available for this evening's game, maybe would have taken him out. But the situation is what it is. And actually, maybe this is, like I said before, the right game for him at home against a team you're expected to win. Will probably back off quite a bit, so you have maybe be too intense on him. So it might be the right game for him. But I think that it's just sometimes we forget that as fans, don't we? That again, it's a tough ask in an up and down team, a young player that's a year into his Manchester United career. It's gonna be tough. The last thing we need to be doing is writing him off and being like, "Wow,
no,
he's actually well over hype flex." Lenny Yoro.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't
leave that to the ops.
Obviously, yeah, leave that to the ops. And obviously, there's always a loud minority on X. My algorithm, I don't know, maybe it's a bit that I haven't really seen. I haven't seen a pile-on from United fans. I haven't seen that. But I'm not on there that much recently. I don't know. It's a bit weird. I don't see a lot of things at the minute. So maybe it's just that. But I think that, I think most sane Man United fans are like, it's okay. We got you, Lenny. Like, take him out a little bit. Let him learn. There's been glimpses where he played really well and he was in really good form. He has been through this bit before last year. I mean, that period around Southampton times when Soleimani was taking him to the cleaners and he was struggling in a few games. There's been games where
after that as well, he got on,
and he was loads better after that. I think that you can see why Maguire has been brought in at different times for him, but that probably has been a little bit unsettling for him as well, because he's battling between, I'm not getting a consistency because I know the faith isn't fully in me because the other guys are coming in to help me out, but also there's a bit of pressure there as well of like, it's going to take my spot, this, that, and the other. He's just young. I don't know many 20-year-olds, and obviously we got Lenny at 18. So I don't know many 18 to 20-year-olds that start week in, week out for like the big boy clubs, big boy club, especially at centre back, bro. It's probably almost unheard of. Like, apart from a few that are like outstanding, it doesn't really happen. Like I keep saying, Saliba at this age was on multiple loans to go and learn in Liga, getting in the team of the season, which Lenny Yoro did the year before he come to us, by the way. He was in the Liga team of the year, not golden boy, but you know what I mean? Doing right. Like, say, Kabasi at Barca is one. I think Real Madrid had one, didn't they? What's his? I can't remember his name. The scholars let me know. I think they got a young one as well. Howson, you know what I'm saying? But it's an anomaly. It is an anomaly. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not common to have a centre half that's 18, 19, 20. Like I said, the guy next to him, De Ligt, was doing it at 18, to be fair, for Ajax, captain. Then he goes to Juve quite young. So but again, it's an anomaly. It's not normal. Centre backs are usually quite experienced, or they're sort of early 20s, you know what I mean, if they're playing every week, and they take time.
Yeah, well, they'd be in and out. I mean, let's say had he gone to, let's say, a Real Madrid, they'd be playing a back four. He'd still have people like Rudiger there, Militao. I mean, I know, like you said, Howson's gone there. He's 20, but in and out. You know what I mean? And he'd be in a team that would be winning most weeks. At Manchester United, we're not that at the moment, are we? We're playing in a back three, which maybe is a system he's not completely, still adjusting to. In addition to that, we're not like the Real Madrid where, most weeks we're going to win or we'll be competing for titles. Like, again, we're up and down. We'll lose to Everton. We'll finish, we'll get pumped by Man City or something like that. So it's a difficult one. It's a demanding position from a demanding fan base at a time where that team can't really meet the demands of the fan base, and with that becomes this extra scrutiny. So I think it's gonna be tough, but one thing's for certain, like you said, last season when he had a bit of adversity, he overcame it and got better for it, and he'll get better for it because of this as well. He's got a long career ahead at Man United.
Exactly.
He's going nowhere.
You just take it all down and just don't make it such a big thing, innit? Take him out. You never know. Might alter how we're going to approach it. He might have to play again today because maybe Mazraoui got injured. Maybe that's who Amrin means. We don't know because he might go. Leach is not fit to start. Harry Maguire's still out. And then there's something happened to Mazraoui. So it's like, that altered what the thinking was because we was going to leave Lenny out, but we had to alter what we're going to do. So it does change things. Who knows? It could be that. Yeah. Amrim talks about Cunha as well because he's back, which is big.
Yes. Matheus Cunha is back. We've got over 700 people watching, by the way. Only 156 likes, Flex. We should get them likes up. It's match day, yes. So the higher the likes, the higher the XG. That's what they said. I don't know if you've heard about that. It's a new study, correlation between likes to XG. So if you haven't already, click the like button and be sure to subscribe. Yes, Matheus Cunha, as you mentioned, he is back. And interestingly, he kind of spoke about the sort of discussion around Cunha. Other people. There's been
look at the glasses, Matheus. Look at the drip.
I know.
This guy dresses good, man.
I thought he's
sponsored by Nike. He's a Nike athlete. He's always got the Travises on, the Jordan. But I'm a sucker for that because I did that with Amrim, and then we all know how that ended. So I need to stop doing that.
You fooled me.
Maverick, look at him.
But when it comes to Cunha, obviously there's been discussion about would he come straight back in or Mason Mount because Cunha, in comparison to maybe Mbumo, hasn't had the most amazing start to his Manchester United career. Been in and out of different positions. Got his first goal against Brighton, didn't he? But maybe hasn't completely set the world alight. So Amrim was asked about that, and he said he has more levels to go. He's at a different club. Different pressure. He was struggling because he was not scoring. He was thinking too much about the numbers, but the influence he has in the team is important to us, which is quite an interesting comment.
He has more levels to go. See, I like that.
More levels to go, but also when he says he was thinking too much about the numbers. He was thinking too much about the numbers. He was struggling because he wasn't scoring. He was thinking too much about the numbers.
Owen, remember against Spurs, my analysis of it was, I remember a few people were just getting onto me a bit. KG's decided that I've got an Owen agenda, a Cunha agenda.
Well, I didn't want to say
I probably do have one of them. Yeah. Because we were arguing as that. And I'm saying, like, because he's like, you have to bring Cunha back. He's the future. He's this. Because of that, Mason Mount's not that guy. You just bring back Cunha. And I'm like, I love Cunha. You just saw, like, I like him. I think he's going to be fine. But we do have to be careful, like, pushing this, like, he's the Maverick. He's the 7. He's the real 7. He's the Cantona with the collars up. Like, because if you don't manage that, it's more of an Amrim thing, really. We as fans can get carried away, is how it goes. But Amrim has to manage that. Like, don't get too big for your boots, bro. Like, yes, you were the man at Wolves, and we somewhat want you to be the man here. Like, the way you've integrated, you're taking to it like a duck to water. You're one of the main guys in the change room. We need to change that around, But against Spurs, I did feel that he was playing with a little bit of like, I'm Matheus Cunha. If I want to take a couple more touches, I will. Mm-hmm. Like if I want to hold on to it a bit longer. And it's interesting that the manager's saying that because it feels like, again, it's out of a bit of both. And I'm not saying he's selfish or because they tried to shit on his mentality and his personality before he got here and his character. I'm not buying into any of that nonsense. But what I'm just going to say is, and what I meant by what I was saying is the fact that, and Ruben's alluded to it, don't get caught up in like, because they're saying I'm the Cantona and I'm the guy, like I gotta get the numbers. It has to be me. Like, don't focus so much on that, bro. Just play a game. You're a top player. You're a top player. You don't have to take that pressure is making it so that you think you have to do everything. You don't.
I don't know if it was him buying into the hype of the Cantona stuff or anything like that. I just think it was like Ruben saying there. I think at points probably trying too hard, getting too focused on the numbers, getting too focused on, got to get that first goal, got to do the numbers I was doing at Wolves last season, trying to do a bit too much, like I said,
against Brentford, he'd done the same thing.
Yeah, Brentford, trying to take those two extra touches. So I don't even think it's like I'm gonna be the guy. I'm gonna be Cantona. Yeah, you're right. That is who I am. I think that's just him. I think, like I said, I think he was just maybe a bit too much in his head, trying a bit too hard. But this is also why, with Amrim saying he was trying too hard and he's still got levels to go. That's why I pushed back Monday, on the red carpet when was it KG and I can't remember who else was sort of going, yeah, we'll go straight back in for Mason Mount. And I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Just because he's a new signing, and just because people, we want Matheus Cunha to do well, like every other player still has to earn it. He still has to earn, starting and featuring in the team. And I don't think you drop a Mason Mount if Mason Mount's fit. I don't think you drop a Mason Mount, particularly when he just scored a goal, and was involved in that turnaround in the second half. Matheus Cunha's no different. If the roles were reversed and Matheus Cunha was the one that scored on Sunday, excuse me, and Mason Mount's coming back, we won't go the other way around. Going, well, Mason Mount has to come back in for Matheus Cunha. No, you've got to earn it. And as Ruben mentioned there, hasn't been the most amazing start. He's got levels to go. His best performance, obviously, scored against Brighton. Arguably, his best performances actually came really early in the season, didn't they? Against Arsenal,
without
second
scoring.
half. Yeah, second half he was good against Arsenal. He had those chances against Fulham, didn't he, in the second game? And I do feel for him. I do, because I think in comparison to Brian and Bumo, every game, where he's going to start. Right 10, that's it. For Cunha, it's been a bit left 10. Well, today you're going to be in the false 9. Then you're going to be.
The upfront thing is it's this bit destabilizing for him.
Yeah, it has been a bit, like I said, destabilizing. But I think also he's got to get that level of consistency and realize that at Wolves you were the big fish in the small pond. Everything went through you, and you could take those extra touches because no one else really had the quality that you did to create something out of nothing. That's not the case in this team. It's different from playing in a small team versus playing in a big team. You have to be more cohesive, and you have to be more willing to not take that extra touch. Give it to your teammate. Your teammate might be in a better position than you. I know you back yourself and your ability to go past the player, but if the teammate's in a better position or the coach wants you to do it this way, this is what you've got to do. So I think tonight he starts on the bench.
Shows Fuming in his third season, Mount finally completes 90 minutes and scores a goal in an otherwise poor performance, and that's enough to start over Cunha. Miss me with that. I mean, a lot of people are on that. There's no way Mason Mount should be started over Cunha. We're going back to Player FC again then.
That bit at the start is irrelevant to the conversation. His third season, he completes 90 minutes and scores a goal, so that's enough to get him in. Take out that bit at the start. That's irrelevant. How long they've been here and their track record. What have you done for me lately in the most recent game? Not over the entire spell at Manchester United. You don't drop a player who's played well in the last game. You don't forget about what happened over the last 2 or 3 years. That's when you kind of veer into that agenda side of things, because you're like, well, I'm looking for reasons to drop a player. Then why shouldn't Luke Shaw start tonight? Well, because he's been here for 10 years and he shouldn't be here anymore. Well, he is, and he's playing well at the moment, so he's going to play tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah. The stuff about the past, it's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with it. And even if you're going to go, like Show says there, Cunha has been better than Mount this season. They're both on a goal apiece. And what happened recently? Who's the player that's in form, sharp now? That's Mason Mount.
I was saying to KG
in the last game, and Cunha's coming back from an injury as well. He's coming back from an injury. He's had concussion. He's not up to match speed. You play the player that's up to match speed and scored in the last game. I don't see how that's a difficult thing to comprehend.
I think what we was, because when me and KG was talking about, he was saying that he should start because you're looking forward, and I'm saying I'm the opposite. We have to look at now. We have to look at today. Like, what's the best for the team now? You can't look. Cunha can start, and again, it already feels like you're building up this sort of thing. If Cunha starts tonight and scores and wins us the game, and there was people who weren't even going to start him, could you imagine? It doesn't mean you're saying that if Cunha plays, we can't win. It doesn't mean that you're saying if Cunha starts, that's a disgrace. It's just saying if I was picking a team, I would just reward Mason Mount for scoring the winner and keep the continuity. I'd probably look to start both if I could. But
do you know what it's like,
where we just keep creating it?
Do you know what it's like? It's like that for me. It's like going, Marcus Rashford had a good season in Erik ten Hag's first season 3 years ago, so he should play tomorrow. You go, well, that's got nothing to do with now. That's got nothing to do with now. It's what are you doing now? What's going on at the moment? Forget what's happened in the past, because if we're judging all of these players on the past, then most of them won't be here and they shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? If we were judging these players in this team, we'd go, every single one of them, bar the new signings, finished 15th. They shouldn't play. They shouldn't play later on this evening.
Well, hopefully we get both. Well, I'll say
what are they
hopefully,
doing
that
at the
means
moment?
Something's wrong with Xerxes, which is not nice because he deserves to start as well, Xerxes. So, but listen, I
And
actually
Cunha might
don't
start
care.
against Wolves.
I was gonna say, yeah. I honestly, bro, if he comes off the bench, if Mason Mount comes off the bench, if they both start, if they do one starts, I don't care, man. I'm gonna do the Owen thing. Just win
Just
this
win.
game.
Just
And
win.
whoever afterwards wants to say, hold that flex. We won and Cunha scored a brace. Or hold that flex. Mason Mount didn't score, but he got taken off. But we won 2-0. Hold that. I don't care.
I'm
I
also
don't
telling you now,
care.
Flex. I'm telling you now because I know us. I know the fan base. I know us all. I know the community. Yeah. If we win tonight, when we win tonight, it still will not be enough.
No.
It will not be enough.
We didn't play that good.
There will be a but on the end of it. You know what I mean? There will be the yeah, we won tonight, but it wasn't good. Yeah, we won, but did you see that? Yeah, we won, but you know what I mean? Who gives a flying,
Just
I'm
win.
trying not to swear, about the buts?
Yeah.
Just win. Just win.
win.
We're not at that point where I want consistent performances. Well, we're not going to get that yet. We're not. Just get
Let's
the
get
win.
consistent results first.
Let the table speak for itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just get the win. Because even a few days removed from this Palace game, are we really going on about the performance now? No, I'm happy we won.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Now we're just looking at West Ham saying, "Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Don't do an Everton. Don't come away with the wrong result."
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Draw, and obviously a loss, not good enough. Catastrophic loss, disgusting. Draw, disgusting. Got to win. The Web Fear says, "Go off, Owen." And Aminor says, "Flex, can you do interviews with Ops fans on UV, please?" Yeah,
sometimes
we did. Yeah, sometimes we do. Yeah, we could do that a little bit more. But Aminor says, "I want to back Mount, but I don't fully trust him." That's fine. Like, listen, he's had a bad injury record. That's whatever.
And this is the other thing, Flex. Who was saying for the last 2 or 3 seasons that we should sell Mason Mount? That would be me. That would be me. So it's not even like a back in Mason Mount going, "Oh, Mason Mount's the best player." I'm just like, well, if we've got him and he's scored and he's doing all right. Play him.
This has been an injustice anyway for Cunha. So justice for Cunha, as Show says, Owen. You're a disgrace.
Well, Show, I know you. Yeah, you'll be the first when Cunha has a few bad touches in the game. Going, actually, Cunha's a bit overrated. He's overrated.
Show wouldn't do that.
Believe in the Cantona hype. That's what it is. Be first to turn. Turn. I know you, Show Rahman. I know you.
Show's been here for years as well. Always, Show, why'd you do this? Why'd you do Justice for Show. Justice for Show. Speaking of the show, it's the end of the show. It's the end of the show. Not Show Rahman. It's not the end of him. He's very much here. It's the end of the morning show. Yes, I will be up there. Marcel, like I say, Bradley, etc. The crew will be there. Just go and do the business. I couldn't care less. Just please win. Please win. It'll be interesting to see who the omissions are, if any at all. But please, Man United, just don't. Like when I was driving up for Everton and I was positive and I was like, no, I think we, at home, we'll be all right now. And my eyes were bleeding. My eyes were bleeding, man. So please, Man United, just show some intensity. Don't have that complacency. Go and put West Ham to the sword, please, bro. Not Wan-Bissaka masterclass where they're just defending so good. Souček header, Bowen always. Please. I'm begging you lot, don't mess this up. Anyway, guys, smash a like on the way out, man. Subscribe.
Is it going to be a road trip, Flex?
There is going to be a road trip. What time is it now? Yeah, I've got to get going. I might have to upload. Yeah, there will be. Of course, there will be definitely a road trip. There will be a road trip. So check that out later on as well. We'll be live from 6 o'clock because the game's at 8, right?
Yeah, me and DJ will be here.
Yes, so you'll hear from me next to the road trip. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Peace. We're out of here. Peace.